SVG-TV News headlines sponsored in part by Flo.
In the headlines, video of trade winds exercise raises concern. Citizens assure there is no need to panic. Trinidad and Tobago Security Minister says there will be zero tolerance for Venezuelan lawbreakers. UN report says Saudi Arabia is responsible for premeditated execution of former journalist Jamal Khashoggi and calls for investigation of Saudi Crown Prince. And in sports, SVG edged past Antigua and Barbuda to take lead in OECS ECCB Netball Championship. These and other stories coming up in SVG TV's Evening News and Sports.
That was the news headline sponsored in part by Flo.
Good evening and welcome to SVG-TV News and Sports for Wednesday, June 19, 2019. I am Rochelle Baptiste with the details. Vincentians locally and abroad are being assured that there is no need to be alarmed by ongoing trade winds exercise, particularly a 5-minute simulation video that has been circulating on social media suggesting a possible volcanic eruption and a hostage situation at the Argyle International Airport. Today, the RSVG Police Force and the Prime Minister's Office issued a statement on the matter. Acting Prime Minister Sir Louis Straker reminded citizens of the trade wind simulation exercises taking place in various parts of the country, including at La Soufrière and the Argyle International Airport.
There has been a video circulating on social media in the form of a news story that reports on, among other things, an imminent eruption of La Soufrière volcano, a hostage situation at the Argyle International Airport, and a kidnapping situation at the La Soufrière mountain. Let me say categorically that these events are not factual. The video is part of the trade winds training exercise and was created as a simulation video for the internal training purposes. Unfortunately, this video inadvertently made its way onto social media and has been the cause of concern and anxiety, especially in the diaspora. Let me assure you that all is well in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. There is no volcanic activity recorded by the Regional Seismic Unit. The Argyle International Airport is fully operational and incident-free, and there has been no report of a kidnapping in this country.
Sir Louis gave the assurance that all is well, noting that persons should not take the video seriously as it was produced for the purpose of the trade winds exercise.
I regret that this video simulation, created for internal use, was inadvertently made public, and the anxiety that its contents have caused. Our preparations for the Carnival celebrations are in full swing, and we continue to welcome our visitors from our neighboring Caribbean islands, as well as from our international countries. The Trade Winds exercise ends this week, and we trust that it would be a massive success with our local and regional personnel trained in the areas of disaster response and other mass casualty situations. Again, I reiterate that the video circulating is not real, but was a simulation video, and as such should not be taken seriously by the public here at home, nor by our brothers and sisters in the diaspora.
Meanwhile, Commissioner of Police Colin John said the video in question, which stirred some concern among persons here at home and abroad, was not created for any malicious reason and assisted in gauging the reaction of the public to such occurrences. The video in question was posted on the World News Network, a fictitious site created for the Trade Winds exercise for training purposes. The police commissioner said the video was created after the training was completed and steps were taken to indicate that it was just an exercise.
I think it really assisted the public in being alert and to see how they would react should a situation like that occur. Yeah, I saw a video, but the one I saw, there was flashes of exercise.
This one also.
Yeah, so if persons are paying attention to that, they would realize it is an exercise as opposed to something, a real activity, a real life activity. Based on my information, the activities that were recorded the video was circulated after the activity took place. So it was basically a reporting of what took place as opposed to something that is actually happening at the time. To give any criticism, the only thing that I would have liked to be added to it is at the end of it that it indicated that it was an exercise as opposed to just the posting on the screen. But generally, I don't think, well, if you look at it carefully, you would have been alarmed, or you should have been alarmed about it.
Representative from the Southern Command, Doug Fitzgerald, said the videos on the site WNN are used for training purposes to give a sense of realism for the participants in the Trade Winds exercise.
Is a sense of realism, right? So seeing the events happen after they've happened, being reported by the media like the WNN, brings the sense of realism to the training audience, and they understand, hey, I know why I'm here. I know why I'm doing what I'm doing. And generally, they are either for successful operations. Hey, they caught the bad guy. They evacuated. They did the search and rescue at the school. So they're pointing out good things. We also use that tool to get the training audience to do something if they haven't done it right. So we can say the bad guy's still on the loose. And so now the training audience is more focused on, hey, we need to do something about this. We need to, so it's a tool. It's only a tool that we use in the exercise. We brought it to the exercise for sense of realism and also feedback for the...
The Police High Command of the RSVG Police Force says the Trade Winds exercise here in SVG can be deemed a success. Giving an update on what was done during the exercise, Deputy Commissioner of Police Frankie Joseph said the training provided law enforcement and emergency personnel the opportunity to boost their capacity to respond to emergencies.
The object of Trade Winds is to conduct these exercises to ascertain exactly where we are in terms of taking care of natural disasters, major incidents, and to assess where we are, to do an analysis to see what are the things that we are lacking, what are the things that we have done well, and that analysis would also tell us what we have to do, whether or not we require certain training in certain areas to get us to a level of readiness that in the event that well, we would not like anything to happen, but in the event that something major happens, whether it's our volcanic eruption or a major incident or accident, hurricane, that we, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the security forces and all of the emergency agencies would be in a position where we can handle things. And according to the severity of that, we can handle it until we summons assistance from regional and, if need be, international.
One of the training exercises with the local security forces involved a hostage situation at the Argyle International Airport. The Deputy Police Commissioner said it was a useful training exercise which will help in the creation of a local hostage negotiating team.
And we cannot say for certain that certain things would never happen in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So the exercise that was conducted at AIA was very successful in that we had a hostage negotiation situation at the airport. And one of the things that the benefit that we derive, St. Vincent and the Grenadines derive from that, in that we have never had a hostage, a negotiation team in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And the FBI came in and they trained a team in the issue of hostage negotiation. The commissioner and I had a meeting with the FBI team, and they really commended the team that we have. And one of the things that came out in the discussion is that we are going to keep the team and source necessary training, because, as I said, we are open to the wall.
Joseph said the Trade Winds exercise also provided guidance to the RSVG police force for an evacuation policy which will boost the organization's ability to carry out essential operations.
In terms of the eruption of Lasso volcano, and we evacuated persons from the red zone, which is north of the Jai River and north Chatibile to Barrowley. We also conducted exercises on 2 collapsed buildings, and these exercises were very, very important, because coming out of these exercises, we were able to observe and to correct certain things in terms of looking at now a policy in terms of whenever we receive a call to evacuate, an evacuation policy for all these things. So it also causes us to look at our assembly points at these collapse building. So the exercises have been going smoothly. And
Exercise Trade Winds 2019 Phase 2 will end here on Friday, June 21st. An official closing ceremony will take place on Friday at the Victoria Park from 10 a.m. Remarks are expected to be delivered by Commissioner of Police Colin John, the United States Ambassador to Barbados and the OECS, and Military Deputy Commander of the U.S. Southern Command, Lieutenant General Michael Flynn. The feature address will be delivered by Acting Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs, Commerce and Trade, Sir Louis Straker. Prior to the commencement of the closing ceremony, troops from the 19 participating countries will parade from the Central Police Station to the Victoria Park. Exercise Trade Winds is a combined joint exercise conducted in 3 phases, focused on building the capacity of U.S. and Caribbean forces to better respond to natural disasters as well as land and maritime threats. Participating countries look to improve security, mission and humanitarian assistance and disaster relief responses through an exchange of knowledge and expertise. Exercise Trade Winds is approved by the Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff and is sponsored by the U.S. Southern Command in conjunction with the regional governments and institutions. In other news, this country is to receive financial support from the government of St. Lucia to cope with the cost of its membership seat on the UN Security Council. At a meeting of heads of government of the Eastern Caribbean states in Antigua on Monday, St. Lucia Prime Minister Alan Chasney congratulated SVG on becoming a non-permanent member on the council and pledged the financial support to SVG.
We must understand in this region that, in my opinion, that in order to make sure that St. Vincent and the Grenadines genuinely can support the ideas of this region, that we must empower them to do so. St. Lucia will be confirming tomorrow at the meeting that we're going to, the heads meeting that we're having tomorrow, that St. Lucia is offering St. Vincent and the Grenadines a contribution, a financial contribution on behalf of St. Lucia to support a senior staff member of that Security Council.
HFLE program emphasizing gender-based violence to be introduced in technical institutes here in SVG. There's another stories coming up when we return with more local news. Stay with us.
The local news sponsored in part by Flow.
Death is a fact of life. Even though death is a fact of life, that doesn't make it any easier. When dealing with the loss of a loved one, you may try to be strong, but it's really hard sometimes. But that's just when the experience of the staff at New Haven Funeral Home can demonstrate their compassion and help to guide your family through the difficult time. So in your time of loss, call the New Haven Funeral Home at 457-1830 or 458-1467 or email newhavenfuneralhome@gmail.com. New Haven Funeral Home, SVG's preferred funeral home.
Star Limited is now located on the third floor of the first St. Vincent Bank building. They have extended their range of products and furniture, including patio sets, closets, shoe casing, beds and mattresses, TV cabinets, and kitchen cupboards, just to name a few of their luxurious pieces, all at unbelievable prices. Don't just take my word for it. Check them out upstairs, the first St. Vincent Bank building. And don't forget, they still have the best in windows, doors, burglar bars, rails, and vanities. Star Limited, where quality and style is our motto.
Sale, sale, sale! It's Island Style Interiors, hotly anticipated annual Carnival clearance sale. Building or renovating while others flat. Come get some of our best deals yet. Massive savings on tiles to be had with discounts of 15 to 35% off on overstocked or clearance ceramic and porcelain tile. Plus, buy all we have in low stock model and watch your discounts skyrocket with a huge 50% off. Sale starts now and goes up until Carnival Saturday. Call 457 Tile or visit us in the Adams Brothers Building, Ellisville.
Kidney disease is a growing concern around the world and here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Chronic kidney disease is a life-threatening condition which occurs when a person's kidneys are no longer able to clean the toxins and waste products from the blood or perform other kidney functions normally. When this happens, a person needs dialysis. Dialysis is where a machine takes over the function of the kidney and safely removes the poisonous waste from the blood. Since 2012, Health Solutions Inc. has operated a full-service hemodialysis facility in SVG that offers state-of-the-art equipment, courteous, well-trained staff, and a comfortable treatment environment.
We're encouraging for early detection. Anyone who is either diabetic or hypertensive and has any questions or concerns, please contact us at 784-451-2836 or visit us at www.healthsolutionssvg.org.
Do you suffer from pain in your back, knees, or joints and need effective pain relief? Get your life back with Omega XL, a natural, safe, anti-inflammatory supplement. This small soft gel has up to 22 times more omega-3 free fatty acids than fish oil and is backed by 30 years of clinical research.
I can just tell you from my experiences, there's nothing like this Omega XL.
Live the life you deserve and get the relief you need. Get Omega XL now at your local pharmacy.
This season, experience all the sports you love. Whether on a large screen or a mobile device, you've got the best seat in the house. Share the moment with you and your family from wherever you are with the latest products from Quartz. Get it now with Ready Finance. Don't miss a moment of the action. It's Sports Mania at Quartz, bringing value home. Special conditions apply.
Sunday, June 23rd is the date when Anglicans and other well-wishers will gather at the Arnesville Sporting Complex for the Anglican Archdeaconry Family Fun Day. The proceedings will begin at 9:30 with a Eucharistic service, followed in the afternoon with fellowship with families, games and sports. The theme for this year's celebration is fostering strong family relationships through intentional discipleship. All are invited. So see you on Sunday, June 23rd for the Anglican Archdeaconry Family Fun Day at the Arnesville Sporting Complex from 9:30 a.m.
Oh yeah。Baby， 我们之间的爱情编织出天涯，看时间并肩在一起，却不同的步伐，同样的心门一直不断来回的穿插，是不是爱在变差，几经风华？
Welcome back. Gender-based violence continues to be an issue here in SVG and across the region, and the Ministry of Education, with support from the Caribbean Development Bank, will implement a life skills program within the context of the Health and Family Life Regional Curriculum Framework to help address the issue. To this end, key stakeholders are engaged in a workshop to contribute to the curriculum framework and ensure its effective implementation. One of the workshop's facilitator, Dr. Halima Dishong, said education for meaningful change is a different approach to learning. She said so far there is a strong support for health and family life education among the youth, whom she believes can assist with conflict resolution.
We did some focus groups with students, with HFLE teachers, with curriculum officers, social workers, guidance counselors and parents, as well as principals, and coming out of those focus groups was a very strong commitment and support for HFLE in the current curriculum. And what I found really fascinating about the feedback we got from students in particular is that they felt that the HFLE curriculum was extremely valuable in terms of some transferable skills they were able to take away. And they also felt it was extremely valuable in terms of the communication skills they required to mitigate conflict in their lives. And for me, that was a really big takeaway. And I think it is, so they said that the youth shall lead us. I think it's something we should take very seriously, especially because they were able to provide some concrete examples as to how they were able to transfer the skills learned in the HFLE classroom.
Dishong said while there is a focus on technical institutes, the information will be spread to health and family life education teachers and guidance counselors at secondary schools nationwide. She said it is hoped that health and family life education be mainstream across the school curriculum.
And because it's life skills based learning, there's a way in which the HFLE classroom is meant to go beyond the theoretical, way beyond the theoretical in the learning. At this stage, the intention is to focus on the technical institutes, but I do believe that coming out from the conversations with teachers, and some of those teachers are here from last October, what I found really important in what they were saying is that HFLE needs to be taken beyond a standalone set of courses in the overall program, and it needs parents to be mainstreamed across the curricula, because there's so many things that are taught in the HFLE curriculum that is so relevant to several subjects across the board. So we could think about biology, we could think about history, social studies, and there's a way in which we need to think about mainstreaming the knowledge across the curriculum.
1 month after a video went into circulation showing a female lying on the floor at the entrance of the Accident and Emergency Department at the Milton Cato Memorial Hospital, the matter is still with the Public Service Commission Department and the General Nursing Council. In an earlier news release issued on the matter, the Ministry of Health said the ward manager did not respond appropriately to the situation and was referred to both the Public Service Commission Department and the General Nursing Council for their review. In an interview with SVG-TV News yesterday, Minister of Health, Wellness and the Environment, Luke Brown, said he has not yet received an update on the matter, but in the meantime, the hospital staff has been in regular meetings to ensure proper procedures are followed and they fully understand what is expected of them as health professionals.
We typically have ongoing meetings from a management and administration standpoint involving different stakeholders and on different levels, on the level of the nurses themselves, on the level of the hospital administration more broadly defined, and also some meetings with the highest ranking members of the ministry, aimed at not necessarily just responding to things as they come up, but taking care of general administrative and management issues that you would expect to be necessary in the course of managing a hospital of that size.
Minister Brown said the implementation of new systems that will take effect this year, such as the hiring of a chief executive officer, will help to improve the services at the main hospital and the overall delivery of health services to Vincentians.
There's the proposal or initiative on the table of having a CEO for hospital services, so that streamlining of the management is going to be something that is utterly beneficial for the facility. So that's taking place, and there's several initiatives on the way. We have the initiative that seeks to take care of the issue at the outpatients clinic so that we could resume outpatient services there, and we're monitoring essentially, all outcomes, all health outcomes at the facility, and in a constant quest for improvement. I know that in health it is a high stakes sort of situation. You're dealing with life and death, and a fraction of a second could make all the difference. So we are trying our best to make sure that in all the circumstances we do what is in the interest of our patients.
In this year's budget, the Ministry of Health created 78 new posts to strengthen hospital community health, mental health, and laboratory services. Public Health Inspector Rajisha Grant has expressed satisfaction with the level of participation of food vendors in a two-day workshop hosted by the Public Health Department to ensure food safety practices are maintained throughout the carnival season and beyond. Yesterday, the health inspector visited a few of the food handlers who took part in the workshop at their place of business. Grant said she was happy to see the vendors taking what they learned at the workshop seriously.
Yes, for the past 2 days we have had the food handlers session in Kingstown. So to go out in the field and to see and to observe that few of the vendors that we have passed, they have adhered to a lot of the SOPs. A lot of them are washing their hands, they have made retrofitted containers for water, and we have seen that they're putting a lot of the things that were taught to them in practice. Especially when I go up to the chicken truck up the road, I saw Dale adhering to a lot of the food safety protocols and measures that he had taken in his establishment. There is one young lady, a lady opposite the police barracks, that pleases my heart to see. When I go there, I never had inspected her establishment before, but when I look at her from outside and I see all the practices she put in place, it pleased my heart to know that as a public health inspector, when we speak to people and we give them information, they can put it into practice, and at the end of the day, they uplift their establishment.
Grant said while there are a number of vendors who are proactive and follow the rules, there are still a few who refuse to abide by these rules. The public health inspector said it is important for members of the public not to purchase food or drinks from persons who do not have a food handler's certificate.
Yes, there are still a lot of the vendors in Tokyo who refuse, even though they know that they should have their food handler certificate, refuse bluntly that they are not going to do it. So we are asking you, if you know you're not supposed to be selling food to people, if you don't have your food handler certificate, please do not, and we are asking the public, you can request it. It's your right to ask them, the vendors, if they have their public health certificate. It means that they were trained. If you can ask, it's your right to ask for that public health certificate. If you ask for it and they don't show it to you, you can refuse to buy from those vendors.
A crucial component for the food handlers is a medical certificate. The vendors who took part in the two-day workshop were able to get this important document. Environment Health Officer Ralph Williams said the medical certification is to ensure that persons are medically fit to handle and prepare food for sale.
Have to be medically fit so that they won't have, if they have certain disease, like communicable disease as it relates to food. For instance, if they have, like, say, a flu or a common cold, they could transfer that to the food. So that is one thing. And they may cry, the nails, they have to know in terms of the nails supposed to be shortened and so forth. So it's a matter of the person is medically fit so that the transference of pathogen, pathogen would not be transferred to the food that you are prepared, that will kind of compromise and cause adverse effect, health effect to the general public or the consumer.
Along with proper food handling techniques, vendors were taught the effects of improper waste disposal. Improper waste management practices often lead to rats infestation and other diseases. Some of the food handlers who took part in the two-day workshop hosted by the Public Health Department shared a bit with our news team what they learned from the two-day exercise and shared some advice with their fellow food vendors.
I think that vendors should have like garbage bins, make sure that your garbage is disposed properly, make sure that around your area that you're selling that it's very clean, and not to be throwing food outside or around like that, because that encourages a lot of rats and all of that.
Well, of course, disposal of your waste, like food waste, you dispose them properly, and always keep stuff covered and be careful at least. Goes back to the way how you would dispose stuff.
As a businessman, as myself, I think we should pay more attention to our customers' health and not the business by itself. And I think also if we try to handle food properly and we keep our environment clean, we will reduce a lot of rodents around and keep it down to a lower standard.
I believe so. I think one of the main things before you go into a business, you should think about how your business is going to affect the person, the vendor, the consumer, in a healthy way. One of the things that you should look forward to is to make sure that you dispose of your garbages properly, and by doing so you can alleviate the problem with rats and roaches and even flies.
That was the local segment of our news. We heard that Trinidad and Tobago Security Minister says there will be zero tolerance for Venezuelan lawbreakers. This from the region. When we return, stay with us.
That was the local news segment.
The Everready Funeral Home at French's is your friend in times of grief. With over 40 years' experience, they are prepared to take care of all your funeral arrangements. Embalming, lowering device service, grave mattresses, carpeting, vaults, tombs, and wreaths. Arrangements for television obituaries. Cremation is available upon request. Everready Funeral Home offers the finest in caskets and coffins, local and imported. So, in your time of need, call Everready Funeral Home at any time. 456-1494. Everready Funeral Home, offering service above self.
juicy. Drink today, juicy, juicy. Same great taste, juicy, juicy. The original drink, it's a Vinci thing. Get your red and banana, pineapple, juicy cola, orange or apple. Juicy for you and for your neighbor. It's a Vinci thing. Enjoy it juicy, the original Vinci thing. Juicy.
Hello. Hello. What is going on? Hello.
No, hold on.
Hello. You still cannot hear me?
Now that's better. Now I can see you.
Oh my God! Finally.
Live the experience right now. Enjoy high-quality video calling today. Stream, upload, and share with Digicel super fast LTE network. Visit our stores today and live the experience today. Digicel.
What are y'all doing out there? Y'all playing the fool, not football. Justin, what are you thinking passing the ball to Kelly? I don't even know why you on the team. That's the worst team I've ever coached. Get out of my sight.
Carl, that was wrong. Those players don't deserve that, especially Kelly. What you say to them on this field can affect them for life.
Okay, I get it. Alright? I get the point.
Words don't break bones, but they can damage lives.
Come on! Yeah, that's it. Come on. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Together, let's end emotional abuse, on or off the field. If you hear something, say something.
Good game, guys. Sorry I shouted during the break. I was wrong.
A message from UNICEF and the OECS.
The body moves in many expressive ways. The freedom of movement is often taken for granted until that freedom is restricted by pain. Myers Pain Kill Gel is scientifically formulated to alleviate muscle and joint inflammation. With this gel, you can target the pain in areas where it's needed the most. Bring the joy of movement back into your life with Myers Pain Kill Gel. Available at leading stores and pharmacies in SVG.
When persons with TB sneeze or cough, healthy persons nearby breathe in the droplets and the bacteria can lodge in their lungs. People with weakened immune systems such as HIV/AIDS, alcohol and drug users, smokers, children, and the elderly are most susceptible. Persons with a cough should take precautions when in contact with persons in public places. Cover your mouth when sneezing and coughing. Visit your doctor or health center. You must complete your treatment. TB can be cured even with HIV. Be responsible. Help stop the spread of TB and HIV. Protect yourself and others.
The regional news segment sponsored by Massey Stores SVG Limited and Digicel SVG Limited.
Massey Stores Pharmacy is the one for you. Is the one for you. We have competitive prices for your prescriptions too. We have 10% off for seniors, children under 3. We're here for your convenience. Prescription services. Leave your prescriptions while you shop. And our professional pharmacists will help you out. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Where your health is your wealth.
Located at Massey Stores Kingstown. Contact us at 453-9112.
Hello.
Hello. What is going on? Hello?
No, hold on.
Hello? You still cannot hear me?
Now that's better. Now I can see you.
Oh my God, finally.
Live the experience right now. Enjoy high-quality video calling today. Stream, upload, and share with Digicel super fast LTE network. Visit our stores today and live the experience today. Digicel.
Welcome back. In our news from the region, we heard that Trinidad and Tobago's National Security Minister, Stuart Young, has once again affirmed the government's position as it relates to Venezuelan nationals who commit illegal activity in the country, saying they will be dealt with according to the law. He was responding to a question posed by Opposition Chief Whip Dr. David Lee in Parliament on Tuesday.
We will be applying the laws of Trinidad and Tobago to all
after the registration process, all of the Venezuelans, and that is exactly what has been done. I spent some time yesterday evening in my office signing a number of deportation orders, and I don't want to say anything further with respect to those deportations.
With 30 murders so far this year, 4 in the month of June, the top brass of the Royal Barbados Police Force sought to assure citizens that there is no need for alarm. Commissioner of Police Tyrone Griffith reported that 19 of the 30 murders were by the gun, but reported that overall there is a decline in gun crime this year. He said the recent spate of shootings was targeted.
What we have been seeing in recent months has been the brazen execution of individuals by others with whom they have been in dispute. These deaths have served to magnify the sense of fear in the population. We will continue to respond with force. I say that again. These deaths have served to magnify the sense of fear in the population, and we will continue to respond with force to such reckless behavior. We have stepped up our stop and search operations. We will, with the assistance of the Barbados Defense Force, increase our patrols across the country, and we will continue to strengthen our criminal investigation arms. Persons who are intent on using firearms to settle disputes or otherwise commit crime must know that we will confront them with every force. So far, we have charged individuals in relation to 15 of these murders and expect to bring charges in another case shortly. We'll do our part, but all Barbadians must recognize that achieving and maintaining a safe society is not just the job of law enforcement, but for every member of the society. When you see things, when you hear things, when you know things, you have a duty to report them.
That was our news from the region. UN report says Saudi Arabia is responsible for the premeditated execution of former journalist Jamal Khashoggi and calls for investigation of Saudi Crown Prince. This from the international scene. When we return, stay with us.
That was a regional news segment sponsored by Massey Stores SVG Limited and Digicel SVG Limited.
Massey Stores Pharmacy is the one for you. Is the one for you. We have competitive prices for your prescriptions too. We have 10% off for seniors, children under 3. We're here for your convenience. Prescription services. Leave your prescriptions while you shop. And our professional pharmacists will help you out. Massey Stores Pharmacy, Massey Stores Pharmacy, where your health is your wealth.
Located at Massey Stores, Kingstown. Contact us at 453-9112.
Hello? Hello? What is going on? Hello?
No, hold on.
Hello? You still cannot hear me?
Now that's better. Now I can see you.
Oh my God, finally.
Live the experience right now. Enjoy high quality video calling today. Stream, upload, and share with Digicel super fast LTE network. Visit our stores today and live the experience today. Digicel.
A new name in pharmaceuticals has come to SVG, and that name is Q-Care. Q-Care Pharmacy, where the Q stands for quality. Q-Care Pharmaceuticals is located uptown Kingstown on Halifax Street in the Gecko Building, right opposite the General Post Office. Q-Care opens Mondays to Fridays, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Saturdays until 1:30 p.m. We fill your prescriptions promptly. We invite you to come in and experience the new standard in pharmaceuticals. Q-Care, where the Q always stands for quality.
Start for Life is back again. Your favorite game. Win house and land. SUV plus 50 grand. 50 and 25 grand. Second and third prize in your hand. Yeah. So play as much as you can. Monthly prices to be won. Set for life. A brand new house. Set for life. A brand new car. Set for life. $10 for a bet. Live your life with no regrets. Set for life. Did your day done set? Set for life. December 28th, set for life. Check the lotto machine. Get set for 2019. Set for life. Live all of your dreams. Be a winner, turn your keys. Set for life.
Enter.
Sultana Alia.
Speak.
It is your humble servant, Chef Abdallah.
Kifek.
Please tell me what to prepare for the people.
Chef Abdallah, whatever you prepare for the Sultan, prepare for my people.
The Sultan Restaurant, serving up the best in local cuisine. Your own custom roti station and pizza station. Delicious kebabs, chicken shawarma wraps, hamburgers designed just the way you like it. Vegetarian, no problem. We got you covered too. Just in case you love to eat, come and test our buffet. Available every single day. Hosting an event and need personalized catering? Let the Sultan come to you. The Sultan Restaurant. Eat like a sultan.
26 retail shops and restaurants open now for your convenience. At the cruise ship terminal. At the cruise ship terminal. It's a great venue to run for functions. Secure parking, great ambiance. At the cruise ship terminal. At the cruise ship terminal.
Convenient parking at the Kingstown Cruise Ship Terminal and the Geese Compound. The Kingstown Cruise Ship Terminal has 26 retail shops and restaurants with a variety of food offerings. A great secure venue for your functions with a great ambience. Also, we offer lock storage service. The Cruise Ship Terminal. Convenience for you.
At the cruise ship terminal. The cruise ship terminal.
Pete is a perfectionist and a profound performer who perseveres proudly, procuring a promotion per annum. Meanwhile, Freddie frustratedly fumbles to figure out his own formula for fulfillment. Pete preserves his prime physical condition by picking at perfect produce, perfecting posture while pumping ponderous poundages, pursuing personal peace, and prudently purchasing prime sleeping apparatus. Your best day starts tonight with a Sleep-On-It mattress from Quartz.
SVG-TV International News segment sponsored in part by Carrez Distribution Limited.
You like doing laundry, right? Nah, I didn't think so. The stains? Oh, nightmare. Thanks to the new Tropic Fresh laundry detergent, doing laundry is now hassle-free. Tropic Fresh removes dirt, cuts through stains, leaves your whites whiter, and your colors brighter. Tropic Fresh has antibacterial agents that kills germs present in your clothing. It's gentle on hands, and the smell? Longer, fresh fragrance. Available in original and lemon scents and in various sizes. Tropic Fresh laundry detergent. Agents and distributors, Carrez Distribution Limited.
Let's go further afield now. Saudi Arabia was responsible for the deliberate, premeditated execution of Jamal Khashoggi, according to the first independent investigation into the journalist's death. We hear more in this report.
So far, this has been the most detailed, most comprehensive report investigation to be made public into the killing of Jamal Khashoggi. As you recall, over the past 8 months, what we have been getting is leaks coming from the Turkish authorities, some statements being made by officials here, statements made by Saudi Arabia. But this is the first independent type of investigation that was carried out by the United Nations top investigator for extrajudicial killings. It's a month-long process for which she traveled to different countries, including spending a week here in Turkey. She was allowed access to some of the audio recordings that we know Turkish authorities have. She went through forensic reports and various forensic reports and CCTV footage and spoken to several intelligence officials. And what she has concluded, Christina, is that this was an extrajudicial killing for which the Saudi state was responsible. Now, she makes no conclusions as to whether the Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman was guilty or not, but she does say that there is credible evidence that further investigation by an independent authority must take place to determine whether the threshold for criminal responsibility has been met. And until that happens, until he is proven to not have been involved in the killing of Khashoggi, as you mentioned, she recommends recommends targeting him with sanctions. And of course, in this report, it's more than 100 pages long. We are still going through it. We are finding out some new grisly details about the killing of Jamal Khashoggi, part of the audio recordings that Turkish authorities shared with Kalamard. And that includes prior to Khashoggi's arrival at the consulate, discussions taking place between members of that hit team that were dispatched from Saudi Arabia. There's one really disturbing conversation, according to the special rapporteur, between the forensic expert on that team and one of the senior officials, an intelligence officer who was part of that team, where they discussed how to dispose of the body, how to dismember the body. And this was 13 minutes prior to Khashoggi entering the consulate, and he's referred to as a sacrificial animal. And then the discussions go on after he enters the consulate. More details about that audio recording, where we learn more about how he was killed. Christine.
Well, that's the news. Sports is just ahead, but before that, let's take a look at the local weather forecast.
SVG-TV International News segment was sponsored in part by Caress Distribution Limited.
You like doing laundry, right? Nah, I didn't think so. The stains? Oh, nightmare. Thanks to the new Tropic Fresh laundry detergent, doing laundry is now hassle-free. Tropic Fresh removes dirt, cuts through stains, leaves your whites whiter, and your colors brighter. Tropic Fresh has antibacterial agents that kills germs present in your clothing. It's gentle on hands, and the smell? Longer, fresh. Available in original and lemon scents, and in various sizes. Tropic Fresh laundry detergent. Agents and distributors, Caress Distribution Limited.
The weather report sponsored in part by General Hardware, Budgemart Limited.
Listen, the big hardware stores have been ripping off Vincentions for years with their high prices. They came General Hardware with the lowest prices ever in SVG. Now, the big guys are scrambling to drop their prices, but they still can't beat the General. So don't let them fool you. General Hardware still has the best prices on lumber, plywood, and steel. And even with a sale, the General beats that too. So go on, compare prices. Then come to General Hardware and save dollars every day. Because nobody beats the General. Nobody. General Hardware Supplies, located next to Yvette's Pork City in Arnesville. Call 453-9000.
Bebin, the diaper made with the very best for the very best. Keeps up with them on the go. With a wetness indicator, Bebin keeps your child dry and happy. For quality and affordability, choose Bebin every time.
Bebin Premium.
The local weather forecast, it is cloudy, breezy and hazy with showers, winds east at 15 kilometers per hour, temperature is 25.5 degrees Celsius, the relative humidity is 97%. The barometric pressure is 1015.7 millibars, 24-hour rainfall 26.6 millimeters. Today's maximum temperature is 29.0 degrees Celsius. Today's minimum temperature is 23.6 degrees Celsius. Sunset today at 6:33 p.m. Sunrise tomorrow at 5:39 a.m. The forecast, it is generally cloudy to overcast, hazy and breezy with some light to moderate showers, periods of rain and possible isolated thunderstorms. The synopsis, a tropical wave is affecting the islands.
The weather report was sponsored in part by General Hardware, Budgemart Limited.
Bebin, the diaper made with the very best for the very best. Keeps up with them on the go. With a wetness indicator, Bebin keeps your child dry and happy. For quality and affordability, choose Bebin every time.
Bebin Premium.
Welcome to Finishing and Furnishing, where a warm and friendly staff awaits you. At Finishing and Furnishing, you feel like you're in a home away from home. You will find a wide range of bedroom, living room, and appliances displayed in a stunning setting. When dealing with furniture, you need to take into consideration the colors of your room. That's why at our Penta Studio, we supply the best in interior and exterior paints. Have wooden furniture? Well, we also have stains, sealers, lacquers to get that matte or gloss finish of your desire. So give us a call at 457-2206 and come on down to Finishing and Furnishing today and start building the home of your dreams.
This is Jake's Kitchen, the most trendy place to customize your kitchen in all of SVG. And when we say trendy, you better believe it's hot. Because we've got the latest in stylish kitchen accessories and fittings at astonishingly available prices. Guaranteed to make your kitchen bling bling. And our new arrivals will do just that. Step up to our showroom, upstairs Caribbean Glass in Kingstown, and make your kitchen the envy of all. When you're customized by Jake's Kitchen, you don't keep up with the neighbors. Oh no, the neighbors better keep up with you.
A funeral is considered as the last goodbye. The memories are for you, the family, and loved ones. Joseph the Silva Senior Memorial Funeral Home sympathizes and understands the grieving process. They go the extra mile, offering counseling, private funeral, chapel service, night viewing, and church service, along with other services expected at a professional funeral home. Visit the office at Mesopotamia. A warm, modern, and customer-friendly environment awaits you. Joseph the Silva Senior Memorial Funeral Home, offering affordability in time of need. We are here. We care.
Welcome to the evening sports. We head at St. Vincent and the Grenadines edged past Grenada in the point standings of the 2019 OECS ECCB International Netball Championship after they defeated Antigua and Barbuda 47-42 in yesterday's game. Meanwhile, in game 9 yesterday evening, St. Lucia got the bet of Dominica 46-34. The morning game yesterday, game 8, so Antigua and Barbuda go down to St. Lucia, who won 63 goals to 28. At the end of the day, 4 host St. Vincent and the Grenadines leads the pack on 8 points. Grenada are second on 6 points. In third, St. Lucia on 4 points. Antigua 2 points, while Dominica have yet to earn any points. The competition continues this evening at the Annisville Sports Complex. At 6 p.m., St. Lucia would have clashed with Grenada. Then at 7:30 p.m., SVG go head-to-head with Dominica. Former UEFA President Michel Platini has been released by French anti-corruption investigators after being questioned over the awarding of the 2022 World Cup to Qatar. Platini was head of European football's governing body until being banned in 2015 for ethics breaches. The former France midfielder and 3-time Ballon d'Or winner has always denied any wrongdoing. Qatar beat bids from USA, Australia, South Korea, and Japan in 2010. Platini was taken into custody and questioned a suburb in the western Paris on Tuesday. He was released from custody later that night. According to BBC Sport, officials have been investigating alleged corruptions connected to the 2018 and 2022 World Cups for the past 2 years and were reported to have interviewed Sepp Blatter, the former president of World Governing Body FIFA, in 2017. 2018. Here at home, the opening game of the Haroon Diamonds Football Championship on Monday evening saw a goal from Cameron John seal a 1-0 victory for Union Combined over disruptive foes of Connery at the Diamonds playing field. This year's competition, which officially opened on Sunday afternoon, will see 16 teams competing in the championship. Caesar Real Estate World 11 are the defending champions. The evening sports will continue in a moment. Stay with us.
My sister's pharmacy is the one for you. Is the one for you. We have competitive prices for your prescriptions too. We have 10% off for seniors and children under 3. We're here for your convenience. Prescription services. Leave your prescriptions while you shop. And our professional pharmacists will help you out. Massey Stores Pharmacy, Massey Stores Pharmacy, where your health is your wealth.
Located at Massey Stores, Kingstown. Contact us at 453-9112.
What's up, Jermaine? I haven't been seeing you at school lately.
You ready to see me hit a 6 today?
Hey, you want this? I had one already for the day. When last did you eat, Jermaine?
Well, you know how things are at home. My mom doesn't have time to cook. She's busy with her new boyfriend.
Yeah, I know.
Mommy's not around much anymore. But it's okay, I guess.
Your mom leaves you by yourself, bro.
Don't worry about it, man. I'll see you on the pitch.
Listen, Jermaine. Are you sure everything's okay at home? Look, it's getting late. My dad is here. We can drop you home.
You can go ahead. My mother will soon come for me.
Cries for help can happen without words. Neglect is also a form of child abuse. If you know something, say something. Stop something.
Daddy, can I talk to you about something?
Break the silence. Child abuse is one secret you should never keep. A message from UNICEF and the OECS.
Hey, are you elderly, disabled, physically immobile? Don't want to be a burden to anyone? Maybe you just need a ride to your next doctor's appointment? Fed up of asking for favors? Well, did you know that there's a company operating in St. Vincent and the Grenadines that will take you from your home to any medical facility on the island? Well, now you know. Island-wide medical transportation services offers door-through-door assistance no matter your situation. Just call us at 456-6442 and ask about our discount membership packages today. Island-wide medical transportation services, where your health and safety come first. Located in Arnersville at the Manna Complex.
Singer is a family store. We sell everything you need for your kitchen and more. Top brands and appliances. TVs, fridges, cookers. We make your life so easy. Just come in and see us. A wide range of furniture. Right here at Singer. Affordable beds and mattresses. Right here at Singer. Washing machines to make your laundry clean and fresh. Singer is a family store that gives you the best hire purchase deals. Right here at Singer. We'll outfit your home. Right here at Singer. The #1 family store. It's us with Singer.
Sunday, June 23rd is the date when Anglicans and other well-wishers will gather at the Arnersville Sporting Complex for the Anglican Archdeaconry Family Fun Day. The proceedings will begin at 9:30 with a Eucharistic service, followed in the afternoon with fellowship with families, games and sports. The theme for this year's celebration is fostering strong family relationships through intentional discipleship. All are invited. So see you on Sunday, June 23rd for the Anglican Archdeaconry Family Fun Day at the Arnersville Sporting Complex from 9:30 a.m.
Carrie can't seem to catch a wink and is craving a catnap. Meanwhile, Mary marvels at the majesty of her Monday morning, masterfully making multiple meals for many miners, mindfully making the most of every moment, making ready to move mountains and mustering the masses to march out the door on time. Concurrently, Carrie clumsily corrals the kids to carry on to class as Mary muses on memories of purchasing her marvelous mattress. Your best day starts tonight with a Sleep On It mattress from Quartz.
Welcome back. In the musty 2020 Cricket League on Sunday, Lot 73 Strikers beat Plantation Rangers by 104 runs at the Musty Plain Field. The match was reduced to 15 overs because of a late start. Lot 73 Strikers scored 192 for 6 or 15 overs. Nicholas Batiste 68, Kevin Crease 26, Julian Namkin 24. Plantation Rangers in reply were out on 88 for 6 or 15 overs. Lenford Hooper 22, Lenford Pompey 17 not out, and Chadrick Carrington 16. The championship will continue on Sunday. Spain manager Luis Enrique has stepped down for personal reasons and will be replaced by assistant coach Robert Moreno after less than a year in charge. Enrique had been absent since March because of a family matter of an urgent nature, according to the Spanish Football Federation. The 49-year-old took over the national team following their exit from the 2018 World Cup in the last 16. Enrique took charge of Spain's Nations League campaign, where they failed to reach the semi-finals and began their Europe 2020 qualifying campaign. He traveled back home for a family matter before Spain's 2-0 victory in Malta in March, and Moreno was placed in temporary charge. And that's how we end sports this evening. We'll be right back to wrap things up.
Do you suffer from pain in your back, knees, or joints and need effective pain relief? Get your life back with Omega XL, a natural, safe, anti-inflammatory supplement. This small soft gel has up to 22 times more omega-3 free fatty acids than fish oil and is backed by 30 years of clinical research.
I can just tell you from my experiences, there's nothing like this Omega XL.
Live the life you deserve and get the relief you need. Get Omega XL now at your local pharmacy.
Still going to town for hardware? No, you don't need to. Pinchers Hardware in Pembroke. It's your one-stop shop for all your hardware needs. We stock building materials, blocks, sand, and stones. Also plumbing and electrical fittings. We have automotive supplies too. And to make things easy, we will deliver to your location. Come on in or simply call us at 458-7591 or 533-1576. We are open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Pinchers Hardware, located in Pembroke, where quality meets price.
They're coming for your home from every direction. Rain, sun, mildew. Now's the time to fight back before it's too late with Berger Weatherproof Ultra. It's built for battle, whatever the weather. Extreme protection with a 7-year warranty to keep your home's exterior looking and feeling invincible. Weatherproof Ultra from Berger for lasting beauty and protection.
And now for a second look at the headlines. Video of trade winds exercise raises concern here. The public assured there is no need to panic. Trinidad and Tobago Security Minister says there will be zero tolerance for Venezuelan lawbreakers. UN report says Saudi Arabia is responsible for premeditated execution of former journalist Jamal Khashoggi and calls for investigation of Saudi Crown Prince. And in sports, SVG edged past Antigua to take a lead in OECS ECCB netball tournament. On behalf of all of us here at SVG-TV, thanks for viewing. I am Rochelle Batiste. Don't forget to visit our Facebook page for a recap of the news and daily headlines. Also tune in for SVG-TV News in 15 at 12:45 p.m. weekdays. Have a good evening.
Listen, the big hardware hardware stores have been ripping off Vincentions for years with their high prices. They came General Hardware with the lowest prices ever in SVG. Now, the big guys are scrambling to drop their prices, but they still can't beat the General. So don't let them fool you. General Hardware still has the best prices on lumber, plywood, and steel. And even with a sale, the General beats that too. So go on, compare prices, then come to General Hardware and save dollars every day. Because nobody beats the General. Nobody. General Hardware Supplies, located next to Yvette's Pork City in Arnesville. Call 453-9000.
Set for Life is back again. Your favorite game. Win house and land. SUV plus 50 grand. 50 and 25 grand. Second and third prize in your hand. Yeah. So play as much as you can. Monthly prices to be won. Set for life. A brand new house. Set for life. A brand new car. Set for life. $10 for a bet. Live your life with no regrets. Set for life. Did your day done set? Set for life. December 28th. Set for life. Check the lotto machine. Get set for 2019. Set for life. Live all of your dreams. Be a winner. Turn your own keys. Set for life.
LA Unique Upholstery. Quality at a low cost. We build to suit your needs. Contact us at Redemption Shops 457-0182 or Stony Grounds 453-2089.
This season, experience all the sports you love. Whether on a large screen or a mobile device, you've got the best seat in the house. Share the moment with you and your family from wherever you are with the latest products from Quartz. Get it now with Ready Finance. Don't miss a moment of the action. It's Sports Mania at Quartz, bringing value home. Special conditions apply.